see you again this evening. I'm Frederick Boardman, and this is my wife, Harriet.
Good evening.
In 1817, I became the sixth child born to Judge David Boardman and Charlotte Taylor. The Boardman family was one of several influential families of the time, along with the Taylors, the Bostwicks, and my Harriet's family, the Canfields.
Yes, my family has a long history in New Milford. My father, Colonel Samuel Canfield, married Abigail Judson of Woodbury, and I was one of their 9 children.
I don't want to boast, but if it weren't for our family, particularly our children, none of you would be here. Now, that's not to say that we're related in any way. No, I don't mean that, but rather it was our family that founded not only the New Milford Historical Society, but also helped establish this very cemetery.
Oh, Frederick, you're getting such a big head. You do like to boast. You know, I think he got that from his father. His father was very fond of a good story. Why don't you tell them the stories that he told us about his interactions with George Washington?
Oh, yes. Father saw George Washington 3 times. Can you imagine? 3 times. The first time was at Washington's headquarters in Pauling. The second time was in New York City, where he and Martha were stepping out of a coach to attend the Second Continental Congress. The third time was the very next day, when he saw them going into...
They were boarding a boat on their way out of New York City.
She knows the story better than
See,
I.
I really have heard that story many times. His father really would tell it to anyone who would listen. And you know, I really didn't mind, because I loved your father, and I loved his stories.
Yes, and he loved you too. He was so happy when we got married. I wanted to be a good husband and provider for you and our family, so I opened a drugstore with Henry Booth on Railroad Street, where I was the pharmacist.
He was a very good pharmacist, I might add.
It was a successful business that allowed me to provide a good home for you and our 2 beautiful daughters.
And you know, when I died in 1895, our girls bought a small cottage on Lake Warramog, and they turned our home, which was right on the green, into New Milford's first historical society.
They put all their energies into collecting hundreds of items from our family and the other influential families of the town, and displayed them beautifully. We're so proud of our exhibits. When Helen died in 1915, Kate willed the house and all of its contents to the town. The museum stayed open in our house until a new building was built next to the old Knapp house.
And look at us all now. Here we are, in the cemetery that my husband helped to maintain, on a tour with the Historical Society that our daughter started. Oh, it is just a proud and happy evening for me, my friends.
A happy evening indeed. And now, we thank you for your visit, and send you off with our best wishes to enjoy making more friends along your way tonight.
Yes, have a wonderful tour.
Thank you.
Thank you.